What's up, folks? Mike here at William Watches. Welcome to the video, and today's video is another in the beginner's guide to watch repair series. Now, it's been quite a while since I've uploaded a reasonably long video, since 2021. It's now 2022. And the only reason is because it's been just incredibly busy here in my workshop and I haven't had time to make the videos that I wanted to make. However, that being said, just to get it right out of the way, I am doing YouTube shorts. So if you like little bite-sized videos showing some of the things that go on in the workshop, little tips and tricks and some of the watches that I work on, then be sure to check out the YouTube short videos in my channel. I'll be trying to upload as many as I can on a daily basis if possible. So be sure to check that out because it's nice, easy little bite-sized videos that you can watch. But back to this video. This is another video, like I said, in the beginner's guide series, and it comes about because I've been asked several times now by several different subscribers or viewers with regard to how you go about cleaning a watch movement. Now, if you haven't seen the video, well, it's one of the YouTube short videos where I show the watch cleaner I actually use, and that is an Elma Super or Super Elite. I can't remember which model it is, but that's a professional watch cleaning machine, and they're quite expensive. They don't make them anymore. The new machines that they make are extremely expensive and cost several thousands of pounds. The one that I've got cost about £2,000, I think it was. And it'll last me my lifetime and beyond. And they are great, superb machines. They use baskets like this, which hold all the watch parts in several different sections like that. As you can see, there's already a movement in there ready to go into the cleaner, and then all the baskets go inside there. They go in the cleaner. It spins around in a cleaning solution, then a rinse solution, another rinse solution, then it goes into the heating element of the cleaner where it all dries off and then is ready to be checked and assembled. And those machines are really good, and for the money they really should be. So they're the best way of cleaning a watch movement. Now, obviously, not everybody's going to have access or the funds to acquire one of these rather expensive flashy movements. And as you can see, the results, this is a very old, well, not very old, but quite old Lanco 1305 movement. And as you can see, it's very clean. And it's come up nice and shiny. It was grubby and dirty in a broken old watch, but this has come up nice and clean in the machine. And you can get close to this, if not exactly the same kind of finish on older movements without a watch cleaning machine. But it does take a slightly longer process and does require slightly more manual labour, so to speak. So the best alternative that I could suggest to you out there is to get yourself an ultrasonic cleaning machine. I do have an ultrasonic cleaning machine and I use it purely for casings and bracelets, but I'll leave links in the description down below as to some of the recommendations that I would make towards what sort of ultrasonic cleaning machines you would need. Certainly don't go for the cheapest of El Cheapo on eBay. They're really not that good. They're not powerful enough, and they won't last long enough, especially even if you're doing it just as a hobby. They just won't last. It's worth investing in something that's reasonably good quality but doesn't cost the earth. So, as I said, leave some links in the description for that. So what do we do in terms of how do we get the watch clean by using an ultrasonic cleaner? Now, a lot of people can make the mistake of stripping the watch down into parts and putting all those parts directly into an ultrasonic cleaning machine, and that's not what I recommend. So, much like my professional machine, what you're going to need is you're going to need something like this. These are called Kilner jars here in the UK, but I'm pretty sure you'll find similar jars somewhere else in either Europe or the USA, but we call them Kilner jars or jam jars. And what you can do is you can fill these with various fluids, say a cleaning fluid and a rinsing fluid, and you can place these inside the ultrasonic cleaning machine. The ultrasonic cleaning machine would obviously have some nice warm water in it. Place these inside the ultrasonic cleaning machine and use that in the jar. Take the parts out of there, dry them off on a paper towel, and then get your rinse jar and put the parts in the rinse solution and do the same thing again in the ultrasonic cleaner. Take the rinse solution out, put the parts on a paper towel and allow them to dry in the air. Now, in terms of the fluids that you can use inside the jars, this will vary depending on where you are, where you're living, whether you're in the US or you're here in the UK or perhaps even in Europe. And again, I will leave some links in the description down below of material houses that you can get access to these sorts of the professional level cleaners, which can really bring up like these kind of results. But a word of caution, of course, these are professional chemicals and they should be treated with great care. Now, if you don't want to go all out with the really expensive cleaners, you can use just normal jewellery cleaning fluids, but I would suggest mixing them with demineralized water in these jars. You don't need a huge amount, and for a rinse solution you could use something like lighter fuel that you'd use for something like a Zippo, something that will evaporate. You could use some sort of alcohol, but you could use some sort of alcohol, but Zippo fuel or petrol lighter fuel will do just a good enough job as well, and it'll evaporate in the air when you put it on the paper towel to dry. So that's basically it, really. You get yourself an ultrasonic cleaning machine, fill it with warm water, get yourself a couple of jars, one with a cleaning solution, another with a rinse solution. And if you can go on, say, somewhere like Amazon or eBay, you can pick up little baskets. Let me see if I can find one. You can pick up several of these types of baskets relatively inexpensively, where you can fill these little baskets with the various different watch parts. So you can put certain parts in here, the larger plates can go in the fluid directly, and that way you won't get all the parts mixed up. Then you could place these inside your cleaning solution, put that in the ultrasonic cleaner for 20 minutes, take it out, put these baskets in, say, a second jar with the rinse solution, and then give that a rinse around and lay that on a tissue, let that dry, and have a third jar with another rinse solution and put them into that, and then place them into the ultrasonic cleaner, and then take them out for the last part and allow them to dry in the air, and that way you'll get a nice clean watch movement. So outside of a professional cleaner, the ultrasonic cleaner is pretty much the only option. If you did have a bit of money and a bit of patience, you can actually go online to places such as eBay and look for used machines. There are several different types that you can find, both in the United States, which is probably more favourable if you are in the States, because there's quite a lot more choices out there, I believe, than there is here in the UK. So if you're here in the UK, what you should look for is something called a Brenray machine. I'll try and put the actual spelling of that up on the screen if I can remember. It's called a Brenray cleaning machine. I've had about 4 of those cleaning machines. They're used for both watches and clocks, and they're really good machines, and they're easy to refurbish as well. If you can ever find one, there's L&Rs. There's also watch cleaning machines that they both spin and they have an ultrasonic component to them, so they're ultrasonically cleaning whilst they're spinning as well. But yeah, just go on to the online marketplace such as eBay and other places that you can find online and look for a used machine that'll cost a fraction of the price of a new one. So you could pick one up for a couple of hundred pounds. I'd say anywhere between £200 to £600 perhaps for a cleaning machine. And if you're doing a lot of movements, then it really does pay. So in my circumstances, the professional cleaning machine has well and truly earned its keep with the thousands and thousands of watch movements that have gone through it. But yeah, to answer the question of how you clean a watch movement without the professional tools, that's probably the best method that I could recommend. An ultrasonic cleaning machine and a set of 2 to 3 Kilner jars with various fluids. Again, please don't use normal tap water, especially if you're in a hard water area. You don't want the mineral deposits from tap water to go onto the delicate parts of the movement, and it'll also cause the movement to rust as well. And you also got to make sure that you thoroughly use the rinse solution. Make sure that all the parts have no water or moisture left on them. Allow them to dry. Don't be tempted to use a hairdryer, because you'll end up blowing all the little parts all over the place. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. That's how I recommend cleaning watch movement when you don't have a professional cleaning machine. And you can get results just like this using that method, as long as you take the right steps and do so carefully. But as previously mentioned at the beginning of the video, there will be YouTube shorts for little tips and tricks if you want to check that out. And I will be back later on with more videos in the future. So be sure to subscribe and check back again when new videos come out. Thanks a lot.